Fritz X was the most common name for a German guided anti-ship glide bomb used during World War II. Fritz X was the first precision-guided weapon deployed in combat and the first to sink a ship in combat. It was a further development of the 1,400 kg armor-piercing high-explosive bomb, itself bearing the nickname Fritz. It was a penetration weapon intended to be used against armored targets such as heavy cruisers and battleships. It was given a more aerodynamic nose, 4 stub wings, a box-shaped tail unit consisting of a roughly 12-sided annular set of fixed surfaces. The Luftwaffe recognized the difficulty of hitting moving ships during the Spanish Civil War. The German Air Force had been experimenting since 1938 with a remote-controlled, free-falling 250 kg bomb, and in 1939 fitted radio-controlled spoilers. Fritz X was guided by a radio control link which sent signals to the movable spoilers in the thick vertical and horizontal tail fin surfaces within the annual tail fin structure. Maximum launch height was 4,000 meters, although 5,500 meters was preferred, and the range of 5 km was necessary. The operator had to keep the bomb in sight at all times, and the control aircraft had to hold course, which made evading gunfire or fighters impossible. Approximately 1,400 examples, including trial models, were produced. Accuracy is the main reason for developing a weapon system of this kind, rather than continuing to use so-called dumb bombs. A skilled bombardier could manage to guide 50% of the bombs to within a 50-meter radius of the aiming point. The only Luftwaffe unit to deploy the Fritz X was the first group of the Kampfgeschwader or Bomber Wing 100. This unit employed the medium-range Dornier DO-217 bombers on almost all of its attack missions. Fritz X was first deployed in July 1943, but the Luftwaffe achieved their greatest success with the weapon on the 9th of September. After Pietro Badoglio publicly announced the Italian armistice with the Allies on the 8th of September 1943, the Italian fleet headed to Tunisia. To prevent the ships from falling into Allied hands, 6 DO-217s took off, each carrying a single Fritz X bomb. The Italian battleship Roma, flagship of the Italian fleet, received 2 hits and 1 near miss, and sank after her magazines exploded. 1,393 men died. Her sister ship Italia was also seriously damaged. The control system used for Fritz X relied on radio contact between the bomb and the guidance unit and was susceptible to electronic countermeasures. After the initial attacks in August 1943, the Allies went to considerable effort to develop jamming devices. These were first deployed in late September 1943. The system met with some success, though it proved cumbersome and easily overwhelmed with large number of weapons were deployed simultaneously. By the time of the Normandy landings, a combination of Allied air supremacy keeping the Luftwaffe's bombers at bay and ship-mounted jammers meant Fritz X had no significant effect on the invasion fleet. Some accounts report a Norwegian destroyer was hit by a Fritz X bomb at dawn on D-Day, but this is unlikely. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and support my channel on PayPal. Details in the description box.